Today on Table Time Podcast.
See, I just went viral on TikTok overnight. For wherever I'm going or whatever I do, I cannot and will not take away the places that I've been and the things that I've done. Because that's what gives me the credibility, for where I'm at now. To be honest, I was a bit back and forth about it at first because I knew how big his platform was, and I knew that there was no going back from it. What I'm learning lately is don't just have no expectations. You know,
that's right, though.
If you have no expectations, you can't get no disappointment.
That's right.
What inspires me is I know that it ain't all been for nothing. It's done, it's done loads for me.
That's right,
and no regrets, and big up James.
And you see from that, would you say that's open doors for you as well?
It's opened doors for me, but I'm not gonna lie, it's shut a lot.
I was gonna say that as well. That was my next question.
And I learned that, especially when I was in a dungeon, man. You know, like when I was in a can for all them years, especially through COVID and that, and you don't get out, you don't get no fresh air.
I'm not Leo, no. Man's a Taurus. Man a raging bull out here, get me? We're back with another episode of the Table Time Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. So boom, today we're with two female guests. So what I want you to do, one of the guests to my right here is gonna hopefully be a new co-host on the show. So introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Nayze Love. I'm here for the first time with Fend and Neah, as you can see. It's about to be a good one. Let's do this.
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Neah. If you don't know me, then
Get to know.
I'm here. I'm out here making movements. My first time here today on the Table Time Podcast. Be really looking forward to it. And let's go. Love the vibes.
Big up. So first and foremost, the question I'd like to ask you is how are you? How you been? And how have you been?
Well, I'd say I've been going through a massive transition at the moment. Lots of changes. I'm just really trying to focus and not get distracted because I have been very easily distracted. Still on the journey, and I want to get to the other side. Like I'm just done with the whole excuses, with the whole everything. It's all about correcting yourself, like self-correction and just taking accountability. Like no one's perfect, but do you know what? You can make it happen if you really want to. It's got to come from you. It can't come from anybody else. Like you have to, like daily be telling yourself, and you know what I mean. That's what I'm just constantly, just battling with, like in my mind. Some days
I like that.
You have better days than others. But
how you been?
I'm Neah. I'm good. I've been great. Obviously, every day's a battle. Some days are better than others. But I'm just here trying to build up, trying to just build and create and get the damn success I know that I'm meant for in this life. I'm on this journey of constant personal development. Every single day there's new challenges, but I just try and see challenges and obstacles as opportunities for personal development 100%. And growth, and try and I think it's about cultivating a mindset to have the ability to be the master of your mind, not the slave. You know what I'm saying?
I like that one.
And just and I'm just here for it, man.
What would you say like some of the challenges can be like in life? Just
like overriding negativity. Like sometimes people can say something to you and you have to like not be emotionally affected. Like when you're able to separate that, then it's like it's a win-win because it's not done overnight, but as you become more emotionally solid, it's easier for you to not be taken over by what's said to you or what's said to you regarding yourself or a situation. Where when you're able to separate your emotion, then you're on the right path, because that was something that I struggled with.
I think that prioritizing your emotional regulation is so underrated but so vital. You know what I'm saying? When you have the power and the control over how you regulate and manage your emotions, that is what ultimately defines how you act on them, and then the circumstances that are then created from them. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like it all becomes, we can't help and don't have no control over circumstances or environments or challenges that we face, but the one thing we do have the power of is how we adapt and deal with them, and that ultimately defines your character.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of the time we focus so much on what's going on externally, we're forgetting the personal growth, but that is what's actually going to get us through stuff, build up the resilience, and to win, properly win. You know what I mean? So I think that's a vital thing we need to do. What at the moment, I'm having some slight challenges with trying to understand, like, and recognize that people can love you. They could be family, friends, whatever. They could be close to you, and they can love you and support you. But sometimes, what I've been struggling with lately is sometimes I'm really realizing that even the people closest to you and the ones that are supposed to love you and support you the most, sometimes I feel like I get the most love and support of people I've never even met.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that, yeah.
And sometimes it burns me.
Of course it will.
It does, of course it burns.
Like, because I just think, like, no disrespect, and I'm grateful for that, but I don't even know you. Your support or whatever ain't doing nothing to my emotional regulation. It's not really giving me much encouragement. Do you know what I mean? No disrespect, it is, but it's like I'm learning lately is like, you know, just have no expectations. You know,
that's right, though.
If you have no expectations, you can't get no disrespect.
You can only have expectations
From
for yourself.
For yourself.
Yeah.
But one
like
thing,
that.
when it comes to like people you don't know, they just genuinely see you for you, like your energy. Whereas people that love us, they've got all sorts going on.
Yeah.
And
They overlook what you're doing.
And they look at it from all different ways.
for them to attach all the negative, all the bad things you've done, rather than the good, like, sort of thing, if that makes sense. So
like, I could have something great going on that I feel is great,
Yeah.
but then I could have people that love me and care about me that would look at all the bad things that could go wrong.
That's,
and to just try and ruin it.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're trying to piss all over my parade, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
do you know what I mean?
And do you know what, and that goes again because, like, my pops, he told me about the emotion thing, like, with certain situations, take the emotion out of the situation. So even with family and
take
your
the
loved ones,
emotion out.
you're going to have a lot of emotion for them, innit? Because you care about them.
Yes.
But sometimes, even with them, you have to kind of have that don't care attitude.
No, it's true, because
take
it's
the emotion
this is
out
the
of
thing,
that.
because all the people that know us, that are close to us, it's like there's an emotional connection.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I am going to take things personally, all the time,
Yeah.
but I can control from showing you what I am feeling. If I feel like I'm being attacked or it's not going to be considered, because it's just like I'd rather just be in silence, because once my head goes, it's gone. No one can't bring me back.
Yeah.
And it's
Until
not.
I
I feel like if there's not going to gain anything from your reaction, it's pointless.
Yeah.
All it's going to do is cause more toxicity or cause further problems or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's why the emotional regulation is so vital. Feel it. If it hurts you, upsets you, or you want it to be like this or you want it to be like that, just hold it, man, and just still rise, innit?
And then just brush
that chip off your shoulder and just
let
keep
life
going,
speak
man.
for itself.
Yeah, amen, real talk.
No, come on. I got some questions for Neah as well.
Let's do it. I'm nervous now.
They'll be nervous, all right.
I'm joking.
They're not. What's it called? Obviously, you've done that introduction. So, how did you meet James English? Because I was watching a James English interview.
Oh,
well
was
done.
you?
Yeah, well done for that as well.
Thank you.
Obviously, it's a kind of platform that's you got to talk about a lot of personal things, innit?
Yeah.
So, how was that? How did the connection get made? And how was that experience? Like, just doing that whole interview with him.
Basically, obviously, I just went viral on TikTok overnight.
Okay.
Like, it weren't planned. My mate made an account, just done a little video of me. I was going viral. Everyone kept tagging in it, like, about my story and like the stretch that I'd done, and just just bits of my journey in life generally. A lot of people kept tagging James, saying, you need to go on James English, like, we want to hear more. And next thing, he's contacted me, gave me a date, said come, gone to the studio. To be honest, I was a bit back and forth about it at first, because I knew how big his platform was, and I knew that there was no going back from it.
Yeah.
And because I hadn't been out long, I was battling with myself in terms of saying to myself, right, Neah, all this happened for you a long time ago, so I have two options now. I can try and put it all to the side, get a normal little job, and just try and blend in with society. You know what I mean? Or I could go on there, say my piece, and just take the risks and see what goes from there. And I remember speaking to James a couple of times about really anxious, and he was like, no, like, you know, everyone's got a story. Everyone's got a right to say their side and whatever. And he's like, a lot of people want to hear it. That's why you're here.
That's right.
So do it. Like, and I just, and I've done it. And the guy's a legend. Like, I've never met him, but I felt so comfortable. He's got a certain presence about him that makes you, for you've seen some of the people on there that go on there, like,
of course,
big, like,
my brethren's on there, Lewis Clark. That's my brethren.
Really?
It's my people. Big up Lou.
Yeah, big up Lou.
Yeah.
But like, he's got this kind of aura about him where you walk in there and you feel like you've known him forever. You know, it makes you feel so comfortable to like ask you questions that I would never even talk about. Do you know what I mean? But so real and so raw, and you're so vulnerable, but you feel safe. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it was powerful interview. It's done, it's done loads for me. Like,
that's right,
and yeah, no regrets, and big up James. Like.
And you see from that, would you say that's create open doors for you as well?
It's opened doors for me, but I'm not gonna lie, it's shut a lot.
I was gonna say that as well. That was my next question. Yeah,
it's shut a lot as well. I'm a hairdresser. I was a hairdresser before I went away. Worked in a good few salons, and don't take long, and they clock me.
Is it?
Yeah, man, they clock me, and then it's like I don't say.
So what was the reason? What was the reason?
They don't say about it, but I know they say they clock me, and I know I'm losing the job
because of
image. It's about image, and because of a certain image that I'm obviously working on, trying to change the narrative on. For wherever I'm going or whatever I do. I cannot and will not take away the places that I've been and the things that I've done, because that's what gives me the credibility, for where I'm at now, So if I take that away, wherever I go and what I do, what value has it got?
Yeah.
Because if I'm not proving where I come from and how I got there, do you know what I mean? So I'm not going to try and dispute that anymore to no one or nothing. It's like you have a respect where I'm at or what I'm on, or this ain't meant for me. This path is not meant for me.
Right.
So I just keep it moving till I find what is. And as long as I stay true to myself, I'm unapologetically authentic. You know, like my heart is pure.
Yeah, she is.
You are. She is.
Well,
That's why we connect.
Okay, Leos. Look at them, Leos. I'm not Leo. No. Man's a Taurus. Man, I'm a raging bull out here. Get me?
Leo fever. That's why we connected.
Tell him.
Because I saw Neah on a podcast. I don't know whose podcast.
It was the Grapevine. It was right here.
Big up the Grapevine.
Yeah.
Big up Grapevine.
Big up the Grapevine.
Yeah.
And it was a snippet of, and she was talking about.
Was it Motherhood?
It was talking about, like, and it was just like she just spoke from my soul, because it was like that's me speaking. So I remember specifically you said, I come from a dysfunctional family. No disrespect, I love your family, everyone. Yeah. But and you was talking about motherhood, saying I'd love to have kids, but until I meet someone that I feel is like mentally stable and like healthy person to have a family with, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. And that stuck with me because. That's me. Yeah. Like I've always said that from a young age. Like,
and I said that if I don't get that, I don't find that, then children ain't meant for me.
100%. And I agree. Like, cause
man, you lot will get.
No, I'm just saying. No, obviously, I hope to, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know the answer to that. And only God knows. You know what I'm saying.
And it's just because of where I come from, and that I'm so determined to. I don't want anyone or my child to live any half the life that I have. And I know what it's like being born in a dysfunctional family with unstable parents and this and that. Yeah, I'm here and we rise, but, ultimately, I just feel like, you should take maybe a little bit more responsibility to look into the bigger picture and think about what you're leaving behind.
Of course.
Yes,
and
100%.
what you're creating here.
Create a form of generational wealth.
Yeah, man. And I'm out here trying to break generational curses, man.
Families,
you know?
I like that one there. We need to break them generational curses.
Break them.
Especially when it comes to children and that. Like, it's just a deep thing. Like, after children, there's nothing. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And if you're not in a place,
I don't want my child. My children don't live the same. You know what I mean? Like, the things that I went through, certain things I went through, I'm like, nah, I can't make my son know that, my daughter know that. You know what I mean? Like, so I agree with what you're saying fully.
You can be financially stable, not be with the partner, have a child. That is still going to affect me.
Yeah,
because the person is not there. Yeah. And that's all I'm going to be thinking about. And it's just like, no, I don't want my child to feel what I felt.
And do you know why I think that is? I think that's because we've been through a lot of
That was
pain
my
and a
trauma.
lot of
That was my trauma. That was my trauma. That was my first
And
hit.
you know how
That was my
that
first
sits
hit. When
with
my
you
dad
and you have
left,
to
that was
live
my
with
first
that.
hit.
So how would you say that you would work on that then, innit? Like,
What?
Like, so with the trauma that you've gone through, so
Break the cycle kind of
yeah,
thing.
obviously I know we didn't want to talk about, but we'll go into
that's
it.
fine.
But
Obviously,
how would
when you're going through trauma, you don't know you're going through it. Like, it's only a
Yeah.
couple of years that
No,
I
but you see the
realised
trauma.
that I was traumatized with that situation.
And it can pop up and down. Like,
Yeah, it
randomly,
can.
yeah.
It's like you said, dysfunctional family, broken home. Da.
can.
So you see now, yeah, as adults, yeah, as we're all adults, innit? This is how I would say it, like, you got to pick your partner wisely now, innit?
You
Yeah.
do,
You see what I'm trying to say?
100%. So, I
Because
mean...
you could pick a partner that's gone through the same kind of thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, when it
You lot
comes...
could it can either be make you look better, or it can make you look
but no,
worse.
but
I mean, I think what you have to
More
recognise
dysfunctional.
sometimes as well is
And then your
people
children
get
are gonna be sad.
confused between love and a trauma bomb, bro. Like, you may meet someone and you may think, you know what, you've had the kind of same life, or we connect so well, like, or we just vibes and we understand
Yeah.
each other. Let's have a family.
And
No,
it's not-
but doesn't mean that you're going to be great parents.
it's true.
Just because you connect through
Yeah,
trauma.
it just might be lost.
Yeah, no, it's true. And some people...
It might be lost.
And some people,
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, most relationships, it's like trauma bonding.
It
or,
is.
Or like, because you need help in your life. It's not because
Yeah.
you actually...
See a future.
What? Yeah, no, it's like, literally, because it's like, how can you be with someone for years and years and years? And it's just like, what have you not achieved? Okay, well, okay, you had babies. Okay. That's not an achievement to me like that.
That
I'm
is
not
an
gonna-
achievement though. If you've
Well,
had,
no, what I'm saying is,
To you, it
having
ain't.
what I'm saying, having a baby is an achievement. But if we're just gonna have a baby and just sit there, that's like for
No,
me.
but look,
it's
you-
like what?
it depends though, because you got to remember each to their own, innit? Yeah. So
No,
like,
but that's a problem to me because it's like, what am I showing? What are we doing together? Like,
Yeah.
I want to.
I feel like you need to have plans and
wanna
growth.
no,
do
you're meant to have
things.
plans, but I'm saying
Yeah.
some people, you got to remember, some people's success and achievements is different.
It's
to others.
through that,
So your
yeah.
aspirations might be like cool, but for some women, they might be like, or some men with women, they might be like, oh, do you know what? What we've done, like all right, cool. I might have grown up and my mum and dad weren't together. Yeah, for instance. Then I've grown up now. I've had children. And me and my partner stayed together, and we've been together for how long, whatever. That alone, even if we're not rich or we ain't.
No,
Yeah.
No, I'm
that's
just
fine.
saying.
You're
something.
together,
People's
you're
riches
together.
are different
You're
to
Yeah.
all that
innit?
togetherness, that's a
Yeah,
good thing.
That's a
But
good
what
thing.
I'm saying
you know
is
what I mean?
obviously
Because that's part of breaking the dysfunctional. But then at the
Yeah.
same time, the togetherness still has to be like, you can't always be arguing. It
Yeah.
can't be, you know what I mean?
There's
Innit?
got
Because
to
it's
be
gonna
a
affect
balance.
your
There's got to
children.
be a
innit?
balance,
Yeah.
and obviously children are gonna grow up, and obviously children grow up,
Gonna read
and
that,
we do what we see our parents doing.
Yeah, we're all
in a way, like
sponges.
pattern,
Yeah.
like it's a pattern.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just
And you
like
create-
you have to kind of.
You inherit beliefs, you inherit behaviours.
Yeah, you do,
you
like
inherit
coping mechanisms.
And it's not until you get older and maybe you hit kind of
That
second
you
chaos
realise,
or
yeah.
toxicity or like uncomfortable situations in your life, that's when you have to get to the point and really get to the root of this thing and deep it and say, right, where did I get this belief from? Did I inherit it? Do I really
Exactly,
believe
yeah,
it? Does
and you
this
have to
empower
delete
me?
it. That's
Does
right.
this stick true to my values and my purpose in life?
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. And they're hard questions sometimes that you got to face and you got to get to the root of an
Yeah,
answer.
yeah,
And we just
yeah.
all live through life
Yeah.
not realising or recognising that we are a product of where we come from.
That's right.
So you need to get to the root of this thing and dissect your character
yeah.
and choose parts of yourself that are going to elevate you,
Yeah, and-
manifest good things to you, magnetise positivity to you,
Yes.
all of that. Because I feel like a lot of us just wing it and then have excuses.
Yeah.
And I think
100%,
that's
very
just
well said.
foolish.
More excuses than solutions.
Yeah.
And do you know
Very well
what?
said.
Growing older now, getting at my age, like I'm 36, yeah. So I don't care what people like if they think or whatever. But you know what I mean. I
100%.
say my age, like we're on podcast, innit? So I'm saying as I older now, when I was younger, I would always find problems and blame people.
Yeah.
To say something goes wrong.
Same,
Oh, this
same.
person done this, or it's because of this
Same,
person.
same.
You see, as I got older now, I find
It's your
solution.
mindset,
Right?
it's your
Maybe it
mindset.
was me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I was too emotional in that
Yes,
situation. Do you know
yeah.
what? Yeah, that person done that and violated. But do you know what? Let me look at my behaviors, how I
Yeah.
react.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause that's
how did
where
I
you
play, How did
grow.
I play a part in that?
Yeah.
That's right.
Because
Yeah.
that's where you grow. You know, we could all sit here and do this blame game on everything for the rest of our life, but you ain't gonna grow like that.
Yeah, you're not.
You know, there's
You're
no
not.
growth. There's
That's
no
right.
personal development there. You ain't breaking those
Yeah.
cycles
That's
there.
You have to
right.
always
Within
revert
you
it to
or
yourself.
externally, you're not.
Yep, I agree.
Like, you know, you
always
have to get to
revert
a
it
point.
to yourself.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Boom. So we spoke about James English, yeah. Big up James English.
Big up Jay's English, bad dad.
Big
Love
up,
you,
yeah.
Jay.
Big up.
He's such a
So
legend.
what inspires you, yeah, Neah, to keep going every day doing what you're doing? Just what inspires Neah to like your transition you've made in life? Because that's what I wanted to say as well. Obviously, hearing your story, people go and check out Neah's story because we're not gonna be going into this. Is not the platform
Yeah.
for that.
James
But if you
English,
wanna,
Essex bad
she's
girl.
got a powerful Essex bad girl in her from Essex. You get me? But she's
Big up
changed her
Neah.
life around. She's come.
Love.
She's made a transition. She's trying. You know what I mean?
And that's what it's about. Like, she's living proof of it. Like,
Yeah. So
through the worst,
what
but just
inspires
moving
you
in
though?
the
What
positive
when you get
direction.
up in the morning or when you get out or whatever it is or you're feeling down? What inspires you?
Do you know what inspires me? What inspires me is I know that it ain't all been for nothing. You know, I will not allow all the pain and the trauma and the mistakes to define. I didn't have a choice on the cards that I was dealt. You know, when I was young, like none of us did. And you know, and then you, like we just said, you get behaviours and fall into patterns and things like that because of, you got to understand the difference between nature and nurture, man. You know what I mean? And then you have to get to the root of it. What inspires me every single damn day is to know that I have a higher purpose, and I know that all the pain and the struggle ain't been for nothing, and to know, to make sure that I get that. And if I can use my stories and the personal development and the growth and the things that I've got through to inspire or motivate or help others in any way that I needed but didn't have when I was young, that fulfills my soul, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's my passion, that's my purpose. You know what I mean?
It's
And that's what
important
keeps
to
me
ask
going.
that. It's important because there's gonna be people that are watching and they might be going. You don't know what they're going
Yeah.
through. No one knows what anyone. You know what I mean? Is anyone
We're all going
suffering?
through
It's-
something,
Yeah,
yeah.
you see what I'm saying. So I like to answer these kind of questions because it answers things. It answers. You know what I mean? It gives
Yeah.
certain people some answers. You know what I mean? So
100%.
also yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to answer as well. So on your interview, you talk about trust. You don't trust no one. I don't trust no one in this world. So is that just like hypothetically saying, or you just don't trust no one?
I don't know, man. Do you know what? I think,
Because it sounds like you don't even trust your family.
do you know what? It's sad because it's kind of so, it's hard to explain because it's like in one breath I say, I don't trust no one, and you're on your own out here and rare. But then on the other breath, I say that because of just pain and upset. Really, I trust everyone. I trust and love everyone.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can-
That's why I end up getting mad and saying
Yeah.
things like that.
Me
But
too.
really, that's
I
not
have-
the real
I
me.
have that
That's
trait.
not
I
what I
have that
believe.
trait.
I give everyone love and trust,
Yes.
but they keep failing me.
Yes,
So then it
yes,
makes me
yes.
get angry and say
you have
trust
to
no
limit.
one. But then that's not the true me.
Yeah, same,
You know,
same.
the true me
Can't
wants
be
to
fake.
love
You
you
don't-
and trust
you
you.
can't
and-
live your life.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
I'd
Can't be
say
fake.
I can agree with what she's saying because I can say I have the same trait, but I just feel like I have to be a bit more. I'm very giving. I'm very there
Yeah.
for the people that I love, that I like. But sometimes I have to limit that giving.
Yeah, you do.
I have to, because if you don't, people just step on you, and I've like, and
I
it's
hear
just
that.
like,
Yeah.
right, okay, like, and no, but what annoys me is that I can easily brush things off when
Me too,
when
yeah.
that person. I shouldn't have brushed it off that easily,
Same.
but it's just in me. It's not because you're you.
Yeah. It's you.
It's just me.
Yes.
And people think it's them.
Yes.
And it's like, it's not because
Yes.
it's you.
It's
I'm
character
just like
building.
that generally.
It's all character
but
building.
sometimes
I
that
feel like
person
that.
doesn't really deserve that part
No.
of me. And that's something
True.
that I need to work on.
That's what
Because I
happens
want to
with
slap
me.
myself sometimes. I'm like, yo.
Bruv, when I'm
mate,
in
what?
situations and I feel like that with people and I think, oh, you're moving mad or that's just disrespect or whatever. Easily, just like that, like I could switch out.
Yeah.
Or just verbally just
Same,
G-check
bam,
you. Do
same,
you know what I mean?
same. That's me.
Seems like
That's
that,
me
innit?
as well. Like,
Like,
boom,
just
once I'm
quickly.
gone, I'm
Crazy.
gone.
You know, crazy.
But then it's
No,
like,
no,
you know
no,
what? But then
but-
I sit there and I think, oh, I'm going to hold this. You know why? Because it's character building
Yeah.
for me.
And
This, whatever your anger, whatever you're moving, right, that's a you problem.
Yeah.
If I get mad or upset, I'm making your problem a us problem.
Yes.
You
And-
hold that
yeah,
energy,
yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I feel like that's something you have to learn to master
To work on
in
that.
life for your
Yeah.
own, prioritize
Like,
your
no,
own
it's
well-being.
true. It's a
That's right.
process, and sometimes I don't know if I'm gonna be calm or if I'm just gonna switch.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have that problem, and I'm just like,
Because you see, yeah, with the word trust as well. Even for me as a man, PTSD,
Yeah.
getting snaked by friends, whatever it is,
All of
but
it.
still in life, I'm the same. Like I open up to people that
Yeah.
they might not trust me or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I don't, you know what I mean? But that can affect me. But at the same time, if I keep saying, I'm not going to trust this person, it closes doors as well.
Of course it does.
You know what I mean?
You're not giving yourself any opportunities for love and growth, then you deserve it.
You have to be open.
Just like, give someone a chance at least, you know what I mean? Give them a chance, I'll give you a chance, I'll trust you.
Yeah.
But you break that chance, cool, I'm done. You know what I mean? I might not be as tolerant like 3 chances.
It's about boundaries.
Yeah.
Don't change them parts of yourself that are going to give you love and help you grow, but it's just self-preservation.
Yes, and
just having boundaries on what you give,
important.
how much you give, and how you let it affect you, and time limits on it.
Yeah.
And I think that's very vital for like especially adulthood. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Like you can't make excuses anymore when you're grown. We've all got sob story out here.
That's right.
Do you know
Everyone's fighting their own pain. Everyone's gone through their own. Yeah, you're right. Everyone's battling their own demons. You know what I mean? So no, I'm glad that when I watched it, I was like, raw. This girl moving like shit, I trust no, and you're so passionate about it. But do you know what? Why I needed to answer, because I knew your answer would have been not new like I could predict, but
like a breakdown. It's like
I knew she was gonna kind of say what I would kind of say.
It comes from somewhere that kind of like
so obviously someone has like broken your trust that you've really trusted in it. You know what I'm saying? So what'd you do to chill and wind down?
Me?
Yeah.
I like going to the spa.
Jeez,
yeah, I
come
like a
on.
little spa, little sauna. I love
steam room, clean up, cleanse the skin and that.
Yeah,
I do that.
I love it.
It's just good, like for the inside and out.
Yeah, it is mind, body, soul, man. I do a bit of Reiki healing.
Okay, what's that?
Do you know? I want to get into that. Yeah.
You should come with me. My friend runs it. I'm going next Sunday.
You're going next Sunday.
I'm
come with me next Sunday.
She's gonna be when she next comes back on the pod.
I've been reading.
She can say I've been doing my meditation.
Like this, bro, next time.
No,
it's a real thing.
No, it's a real thing. Like chakras and all of that.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Into that,
you would love it. Honestly, my friend runs it. I see her earlier on. I bumped into her. Gonna go next week. So it's like Reiki healing, the meditation stuff, and just taking time out to just prioritize your well-being, even if you're doing nothing.
Yeah, and it's number one. Just well-being's number one.
Yeah, health and just chill. And I like to focus on my goals. I like to think about where I want to be, how I'm gonna get there. That gives me like, it empowers me.
Yeah, of course.
And I find that vital. I find that time on your own is vital to do that.
Yes.
Find the more time you spend with people, no love lost to them, but it's a distraction to that. And you put a lot more energy and time into them that without even realising that you're neglecting yourself.
Yes.
Yeah? And the most important relationship you're ever going to have in life is with your damn self.
Yeah.
So that's what you've got to feed and love the most, you know?
Yeah.
So... You heard it here first.
Very well said. Come on.
James today.
These are facts. These are facts. It's facts.
Yeah, I like this. That's what I'm listening. I'm not challenging.
It's facts.
Yeah. Oh, this is all right. Cool. What else we got here? Let me see what we got here. Cool. And I done a research. How was it meeting the late legend Dave Courtney? R.I.P. I see something with you and Dave Courtney, or like a charity you was doing.
Yeah, we was. Did
you meet him though? Did you know him?
No, this is the thing. I spoke to him through people, and the event was planned. It was because I've got ADHD, so it was an event, a charity event based on going towards a charity for neurological disorders, which is disorders of the brain, like ADHD, and just loads. Obviously it's huge, lots of different things. And we were supposed to be speaking at an event together, and it got rearranged. And sadly, he died.
Yeah, because it was like 2-3 months before. So I was like, let me write that question. I was checking I was going through your profile, and I saw. So I'm thinking, I wonder if you lot met up.
But we spoke briefly through something. He's like, I know Neah.
So you didn't physically meet. You spoke to him, but he knew you, and
he knew me, and we was planning on meeting to do the talk. I was his special guest, which is mad.
That's mad.
And sadly, God rest his soul, man.
God bless his soul.
God bless. Rest in perfect peace, man.
And condolences to all his family as well.
Yeah, 100%. It was a shame, though. It was a shame.
And then obviously, we're kind of limited with time, so we're gonna wrap up with this last bit here. Yeah, this is something that I've introduced new into the pod now. The human thoughts. You heard about it earlier.
I heard.
So you can add your input into it as well. So, the human thoughts, like how many thoughts a day, do you think a human mind has?
Too many. Too many.
There's not too many man in there for once. Usually, why for that? But usually on Table Time Podcast, bare man them. Yeah. You get me? But
We're femming it up today, darling.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that I'm a madman, you know. But anyway, back to the human mind, yeah. This is what I'm saying. The human mind has bare thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Like
They're impulsive, intrusive.
over.
So look.
Go on, what? Do you know the answer? Or?
No, it's not. Do you know what it is? I don't think there's like a right or wrong answer for it.
neither
Yeah.
do I.
There's like there's just
It's
a
like a-
range.
yeah.
Like a range.
I think you control your thoughts.
No.
I think the amount of thoughts you have is down to how much you allow yourself to think about shit.
But what I'm saying is, you see, when you're thinking about something, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you might be thinking about something, but behind that thought, there's also like there's thoughts going through.
There's like
us.
a pre-thought
It's like,
and an
like,
after-thought
all
and
the
a-
time. Like there's hundreds of thoughts, not ones that are even like brought to your forefront.
Yeah.
There's thoughts all around. So
And
That's
how-
why I believe meditation
The
and stuff
brain-
like that is
It's
so
good 'cause it
vital.
slows down
because
things.
it grounds
Yeah.
you.
And
Yes,
makes you just
yes,
be more
yes,
focused.
yes.
You manage you
Because-
can manage your thoughts and stuff better because you're a lot more calmer and powerful.
Because even like paranoia, ADHD, all these things, it's all just you do with your thoughts. You know what I mean? Paranoia, even ADHD, you just want, I want to do this.
Yeah.
I'm like
It's
that. I
the
can't
pro-
sit in
it's
one
the-
place
it's
for
the
long.
pro-
I need
it's
to
the pro-
move
yeah.
I
about.
can never get to anywhere on time.
Crazy, yeah. See?
Right? Sorry.
It's
It's
the
not.
pro- yeah,
I
it's
can't
the-
get to anywhere on time. I could leave 3 hours before, and I'll tell you now.
She
I'll
runs
be
on
like,
black people's timing.
I do. I've been told that my
I
whole
thought she would have
life.
been on time.
I'm Irish, mate.
You know?
White skin. I'm black people.
Oh, big up on my Irish from
Hey, big-
Southern
top-
Ireland.
Big up
Top
all
of the
the
morning
people.
to ya.
Top of the morning. So my quick research here with this year. So I spoke to Creeper about it earlier as well.
Oh, yeah.
So it says like it was like a research from. It just says Mind Matters. It's a tech institution, yeah. But basically they're like a university with all these doctors and all that. But what they've said, yeah, said it was found that the average person, yeah, has like 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts per day. Yeah.
Wow.
That's mad. Like in your head, you think, how is that possible? But it's like that's,
Yeah.
how,
But
then
that's
when-
how many thoughts go through. our
Yeah,
mind.
it's true. Even when when you're dreaming,
Without
you're
you-
making that. When you sleep at night, you're making like 4 or 5 movies.
still,
10
yeah.
to. I can't remember. I'm gonna do the research next time. But you're making movies in your head,
Yeah, you
and you
are.
see how long it takes to make
Yeah.
one movie. So I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So
100%.
then it says that 80%, like they said, out of their research that they found, yeah, the thoughts, 80%, yeah, or like negative thoughts, yeah, and then 95% of the thoughts, yeah, out of these 12,000 to 60,000, yeah, were repetitive of the same things.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
So that's why it's so
Yeah.
much thoughts.
Right. Yeah. Because you're just thinking the same things
Yeah.
a lot regularly. Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
That's mad, isn't it? I can easily see how that's done,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but I think that sometimes our brain, sometimes we think we're thinking something, but it's not actually the thinking brain. It's just that tape on replay. So once you're able to separate
Yeah.
that tape from what I actually want to think, then it's like, then you kind of start going somewhere, because sometimes you're just like, why am I thinking that?
And also
Like,
you've got the subconscious as well. So when you're having the thoughts, they're sinking into the subconscious.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're then thinking about other thoughts, but your subconscious is still throwing out the old thoughts because it's already absorbed them.
Yeah.
So then it's just like, blah, 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 blah. That's why you have to take the action on the things that you're thinking about. And then it slows down the mind
Yes.
more and
Correct.
gives you more clarity
because then
and more comfort. You know what I mean?
because then you've created that memories, because you've acted on
Yeah.
it, and it's like your brain it goes back to that. It's like, oh, I've done that.
Yeah, it's
So
like
it
ticked
takes
off,
away,
gets
takes
rid of
away
it.
that
burden.
doubt.
The release, yeah.
And sometimes, yeah, you could think of something like you said, like you could think, oh, I've got to do this today, I've got to do this, I'm not gonna. But then like when you get it done, when you all get it done, and then at the end of the day, you feel like, wow. I achieved.
Yeah.
Wow, I got 4 or 5 things. Like for instance, I went work today. I was able
Yeah.
to go do my part-time job, whatever it is after. I was able to film, and then but in your mind, yeah, you can't add it up. You're like, no, that's
Yeah.
not gonna work because I'm gonna be late on the train.
Yeah.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
there's always some, and that's why with this study, yeah, because it was my friend that told me about this. He said, he spoke to my next friend that does podcasts, and he said to me, I want you to bring it up. It's something that you should research yourself.
Yeah.
So I just took it on myself. I haven't done like major research on
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
but because of the thoughts that go in my brain anyway,
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, this would
I
be
think
good to
we need
ask
to
people
stop
about.
thinking. We need to stop thinking so much
And do
about
more.
all these things, and we need to like give yourself credibility, man, for when you actually like you do the actions and achieve the things that you're thinking about, even if they are so, no matter how big or small. Like give yourself that credit and recognize that achievement for doing so. Do you know what I mean? And like just give yourself that love and respect instead of just, because I feel like a lot of us, our brains can be our worst enemy at times.
It's true, it's
You
true,
know,
it's
and
true.
like you could do little things that you've achieved, but then your mind's just going on and on and on about all the things that you haven't, and you're not taking time
Yeah.
to recognize the things that you have, which will make the things that you need to do easier because you know they're achievable because you've already achieved stuff.
No,
Do you
fuck.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you just got to take time.
Yeah.
Take time. Do you know what I mean? And just give it. Yeah, man.
No, big up. That's a good
It's true,
input
'cause
still.
it's like the more you do, it's like your brain will align with what you're doing.
Yeah.
So because the brain's just used to going to what, you know, on that replay, like it's used to doing that. So it's like when you get used to doing something different, the brain will adapt to that.
Yeah. And then also the thoughts won't be so like stressful or repetitive because you'll think about, oh, I need to do that. But you know that you can do it because you've just done that, and that.
Yeah.
So you ain't going to go overthink it and overthink it. You can then
That's
plan
called
more other things.
procrastinating.
And I've done that a lot. Like
We
now,
all do
like,
that, I
I'll be
think.
like, I'll be at home and I'll be like, I don't know what's the dishes now.
Putting it off.
I mean, I don't know what's the dishes now, but because I'm aware of that now, it's like, no.
The guy in the kitchen go wash the dishes.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like waking up to
Ramping,
dishes in the
ramping.
morning. Do you know what I'm
Nah, I'm
saying?
like that as well. Yeah,
like,
come
see
on.
my bathroom, my kitchen, it's always just got to be clean.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just like...
Like I've got laminate floor and I literally can't deal, you know, like the tiniest little thing on there.
The dust, yeah.
You can see it.
Same as me. Like,
So I will just
like,
be laying there or just be chilling there. I'm like, oh, gosh, people think I'm nuts.
Yeah.
Got to do the floor, got to do the floor, got to do the floor. Because otherwise I can sit there and I can't relax. It's me divvy.
100%, 100%.
No, I hear that.
Clean house, clean soul. It's just...
That's
it's
good, yeah.
Yeah, tidy house, tidy mind, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
You have to. Like, that's it. Cleanliness is next to godliness, as they say. So it's like, I don't want no bad vibes. So everything's just got to be clean. Everything just got to...
Take that action.
Like
take
she's
that
saying,
action.
she's saying earlier about someone. I'm not going to say a name,
It's
obviously.
true.
I'm not bad, man. I'm not going to say no
Say
one's
it,
name.
dude.
No,
Say
I
it.
can't say the
Say
name.
it.
Something.
You can say it if you want.
What did I say?
No, I'm just saying it makes sense what you said though. I'm
No,
not
but it's true
dissing you.
because sometimes
Yo,
like-
G, you was like you met someone, you was doing a thing, and you could their energy. You had to literally bath with lemon water. Or
No,
some
no,
sort
no.
of
It's
water.
true talk sometimes.
Bleach bath and that. Holy
Devil
water and
bath.
that.
Devil bath.
No, but it's true.
What you
I
say?
even read it.
The juju bath.
Listen,
Check
I
out
even-
the juju bath.
Listen, I even read it somewhere one time, where it's like
You're not
when
joking.
you're feeling negative or whatever, just take a shower, like, because it just like no,
Really
it's true. And
calms you
sometimes
down,
you're
yeah.
around people,
no, I hear
and
that.
I can leave, and I can feel that I'm carrying an energy that's not mine.
No, for
So
real.
I have to go home and I
The
have to get the
chakras.
salt. I have to get the
They say,
salt
what's
out.
it they say? If you're anxious, eat. If you feel like people are against you, sleep. If you feel...
Like take a walk sometimes. Sometimes I hug
Yeah.
trees. People are like, "What are you doing?" Because see the trees,
Yeah.
they're rooted
The
into the
energy.
earth.
No, of
So
course.
see when I hug the tree,
Yeah.
I just like it's like it just takes everything away.
Yeah, it does.
And then I'm
That
just good. And they're like,
grounds you, innit?
Like, sometimes
Yeah.
I'm cool just sitting next to a tree.
I just
you're a
love
tree
it. I
hugger.
love her.
I'm a tree hugger.
I love it. Me too.
I'm a
Nayze
tree
the
hugger.
tree
Nature.
hugger.
Yeah, when you're feeling negative, just go for a walk.
Nia, you're a tree hugger.
On,
Yeah, I'm a tree hugger.
Go to
I'm a tree smoker.
go to where there's nature, water, whatever.
all
Just
grounded
connect to
and aligned in
nature.
our spirit.
No, it's real talk.
Yeah,
It's
I like water.
It's something
Grounded
I
and
like
aligned
water
in your
as well. It's
spirit
something
is
that-
vital. Nature's so
it's
vital.
something
Pure
that
for
people.
the
It's something that
soul,
people take
like all
for
of it.
granted, but it's real.
It is. And I learned that, especially when I was in a dungeon, man. You know, like when I was in a can for all them years, like, especially through COVID and that, and you don't get out, you don't get no fresh air. And there's things that are so basic and just so normal,
I'm telling you.
but so underrated, the power and that it can have for you. So yeah, I definitely think, you know, like if you're upset or you're stressed or you're anxious,
Just move.
just get out.
Yeah, move.
Just
Don't be
move.
stagnant in your physical body because it will just stay.
Yeah.
Like move, dance, walk, whatever
Yeah.
it is, just move.
And they say, what is it? They say stability killed more dreams than risks ever did. Do you know what I mean?
There
So
you
just
go.
always throw yourself out there and don't stay with the comfortable because you think it's comfortable or
Yeah.
stability because you're
Yeah.
used to it. Like, just take risks, throw yourself out there and just get it,
Yeah,
man.
100%. Just stay away from negativity and people that are always talking about problems. I hate that vibe. It's just like, mate, get on with it. So what? Do you know what I
That's
mean?
it.
Get on with it.
Get on with it, people, yeah?
Yeah,
And
you
listen,
heard it here first.
we've got to wrap up here, but just quickly before you go, what's the plans? What's the future for you?
Plans going forward is I am training, like I'm going into, I done a speech yesterday on accountability. I'm contacting schools. I'm going into like professional public speaking.
Well done.
I'm looking to try to get in schools, prisons, women's centres. I'm in the process now, like I've got a mentor of working on my whole story and then breaking it down into sections of and then where I could channel them, like where I could be of service with my experiences on them in what areas, like trauma, you know, like I could use trauma for vulnerable women and women's centres. I could use part of my story in resilience. I could get that into corporate companies, the people that like lose their job or things like that. So I'm in the process now of just kind of break it all down and making it a plan, angling it into, you know, where where I can be of service. I've done a lot of work with supporting the homelessness crisis.
That's good.
And yeah, like doing a bit of social media. And
I think we're gonna
just
probably gonna have to get you to come back still.
Yeah, I'll come
course,
back.
yeah,
Talk
Love
about like the
that.
homeless work that you're doing, the
Yeah.
charities and that, innit? More charitable work.
Yeah,
and
I
that.
should have some work coming up. I'm supposed to be going on the community panel with the Met.
Okay.
Basically because the Met have
No, I'm
got
joking.
such...
That's we say Metropolitan Police.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I know. I
Go
know,
ahead.
for real.
Yeah.
But basically, because the Met have got such a bad reputation,
Yeah.
what racistness, you know, like racism, loads of shit, yeah? And what they're trying to do is they're working on trying to change their stigma
Perception.
of their image.
Yeah.
So what they're doing is they're creating a panel of credible ex-cons that have now like built up credibility to kind of go back and be part of this panel to speak to the top people on their own experiences of what they feel have done right or done well, and what they feel they could work on and that ain't gone well.
Okay.
To kind of try and give them hopefully some kind of growth and make some changes in the system, because I just think, yeah, like, you know,
A bridge needs to be built, innit?
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
100%. And if I can do, my aim is to do as much as I can everywhere I can to make changes and empower people, and ultimately myself.
100%.
And I'm never stopped, man. It's
No,
the grind.
big up. Now, thank you for today as well. I
Thank
appreciate you.
Thanks for coming, Neah. We appreciate you.
Still love,
Your time and
appreciate
energy.
Gonna
It's
see
always
Nayze
good
regular
vibes.
on the pod. We're
You'll
gonna
be
get
soon.
her story and that as well. You know what I mean?
Soon.
So yeah, man, big up.
Soon
Thank
come.
you for today. This
You're
was a good
welcome.
conversation.
100%.
Yeah, it's
Gonna
been
get you
great.
back as well.
I'll
been
come
great.
back.
She's
I'll
She's gonna be a
back.
regular as well.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
love it.
So I'm gonna have 2 regular females on the pods. It's gonna be a good dynamics with
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
100%.
questions, some guests. But yeah, people, till next time, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Till next time, we're out.
You heard it here first. Make sure.
Bah.
Make sure.
See you
Follow
soon.
everything.
Bye, bye.